The FDA has approved a new drug to fight ALS, and it was partially funded by the Ice Bucket Challenge. About a decade ago, remember the Ice Bucket Challenge? I remember being challenged on the podcast I was doing way back in the day. I believe it was Adriel Restrepo, an artist out of Florida, challenged myself and Keith to the Ice Bucket Challenge, and we failed. We failed. I don't think I know we didn't end up doing it, but it was a viral sensation that raised a lot of awareness, a lot of money apparently, and part of that money went to funding this research. In the 2014 viral trend, I can't believe that was 2014. I thought it was before that. The 2014 viral trend, so almost a decade ago, raised $115 million to fight ALS. Of the money, $2.2 million was put towards funding the study. So out of $115 million, only $2.2 million was put towards funding the study that tested the newly approved medication Relivrio, according to the ALS Association. The association also credits the challenge for funding research that helped scientists in 2016 discover a gene called NEK1 that has been linked to ALS. Quote, the approval of AMX 0035 is further proof of how the Ice Bucket Challenge dramatically accelerated the fight against ALS. End quote. Calanet Ballas, president and CEO of the ALS Association, said in news release, quote, since then we've seen new genes discovered, new assistive technology developed to help people living with ALS, and far more people living with ALS have access to care service than ever before. So it did a lot of good things. ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a neurodegenerative disease that causes people to lose the ability to move, speak, and eventually breathe. There is no cure for the disease, and on average, people die within 5 years of their diagnosis. Pete Frates, the man who helped make the Ice Bucket Challenge fundraiser go viral, died from ALS in 2019 at the age of 34. There was a podcast I used to watch and listen to called Kill Tony, and one of their regular comics they would have on, I'm forgetting his name, but he had ALS, and I remember a little after I stopped watching the show, he had to leave because it was becoming more difficult for him to speak. Kind of sounded drunk. Great sense of humor. Great strength about him. I wish I could remember his name. It's been a while since I've watched that show. I had to stop. Politically, the show changed a lot. Let's put it that way. During the pandemic, which is similar to a lot of comedians, apparently, a lot of comedians just started leaning into right-wing stuff. And, it's a bummer. I was a big fan of the show and was a big fan of that comedian as well, of all of their regulars that they've had on over the years. But I remember when he finally left, it was sad. And I don't know, he might not even be alive anymore. Because that was, he was on there for I think over a year. And I think he had it for a few years, and his background was like in improv and stuff like that. He was a writer. He was, he was doing the comedy thing way before Kill Tony, and just a kind of a sad disease to see destroy people. But good thing, it's nice to see dumb viral trends doing good in the world, right? It's good to see that. Like, the Ice Bucket Challenge didn't just raise a bunch of money for somebody to run off with the money, right? Like so many charities do, right? This actually went to something to actually further research and potentially, do even more, develop a drug to help people.
New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.